By the end of this video, you will learn how to break the 9 worst habits in pickleball that are holding you back from improving, and exactly what to do instead to level up your game fast. Let's start with the habit that's probably costing you the most points: attacking balls that just aren't meant to be attacked. It usually happens in 2 key places: the midcourt and the kitchen line. If you find yourself stuck in that no man's land after a slightly high third shot, it's tempting to fire the ball back hard the moment your opponent speeds one up at your chest. But here's the truth: that shot you're swinging at has already been attacked. You're trying to counter speed up from a weak position. That takes timing, stability, and a ton of skill. Instead of fighting fire with fire, the smarter play is to absorb that energy, settle into a reset, and work your way back to the kitchen. The goal is not to win the point in one swing. It's to survive that rally and get into position. The same goes for attacking from the kitchen. In a dink rally, people get antsy and try to force speed-ups on balls that aren't truly attackable. Just because your opponent hits a slow dink doesn't mean it's the right ball to pounce on. You want to wait for lift dinks, the ones that bounce high and soft, giving you room to hit with control and direction. Learn to recognize the difference, and your decision-making will become way more precise. Another sneaky habit that throws off your timing is moving too early, especially when you're anticipating a hard shot. Maybe your opponent has a monster drive, and your instinct is to guess where it's going before they even make contact. That usually means you're shifting toward your backhand or forehand prematurely. The problem is, if you guess wrong, you're out of position instantly. It happens in dinking too, leaning or prepping for a speed up before the shot is even made. Instead of playing guesswork, try to stay neutral. Be balanced, keep your paddle ready, and train yourself to react after the ball leaves your opponent's paddle. It sounds simple, but this one fix makes you look and feel so much quicker. And this issue shows up during transition as well. A lot of players split step with their paddle already shaded to one side. That works great until the ball goes the other way. One quick drill to test yourself is to have someone fake a shot and see how your paddle reacts. If you're constantly shifting without a real reason, you've got a premature movement habit that's costing you time and shots. Now, let's talk serves. Everyone wants to hit that perfect power serve to score easy points, but most people end up trading consistency for flash. One of the most common bad habits is swinging too hard on the serve. It might feel great when it lands, but the reality is you're going to miss way more often, especially under pressure. If your serve is flying long or slamming into the net more than you'd like, it's time to prioritize control. Instead of raw power, try adding topspin. The ball will dip into the court, bounce faster, and still apply pressure. It's a much safer way to serve aggressively without missing all the time. Another fix? Stop aiming for tiny corners or painting the lines. Give yourself larger targets. Think zones, not dots, and your serve percentage will go way up, which is way more important than pulling off a serve ace once every 5 games. Here's a habit that's baked into a lot of people's muscle memory: automatically sprinting to the kitchen line every time your partner hits a third shot drop. You just assume the drop will be good and you start charging forward. But what happens when that third shot floats too high? Suddenly, you're standing way too close to the net and about to get smacked by an overhead. Instead of running up blindly, learn to read the drop. Shuffle with your hips angled toward your partner so you can track what kind of ball they just hit. If it's solid, you push up. If it's shaky, you plant your weight and prep to back up. You're not being passive, you're being smart and reactive. We all have a comfort shot. Maybe it's your inside-out forehand or your two-handed backhand roll. But when you build your game around just one shot, you're setting yourself up for problems. Because the moment you're forced to use the shot you've been avoiding, your weakness gets exposed. A simple way to balance this out: force yourself into the shots you usually shy away from. In casual games, position yourself so that your less preferred shot becomes the go-to. Want to improve your backhand? Stand closer to the right sideline so more returns come to your left. Return with it. Serve from there too. Use rec play as disguised practice. Over time, that weakness turns into something reliable, and your overall game becomes way more complete. You've probably been told to stay in a ready position with your paddle up at the kitchen line, but how long does that actually last once the point starts? A lot of players drop their paddle after their first dink and never bring it back up again. That means you're vulnerable and late on any attack that comes next. An easy trick? Finish your dink around chest height. That way, your paddle ends in a neutral, ready position without having to think about it. Don't follow through so far that your paddle dips down past your waist. Just control your finish and keep your paddle engaged. Bonus tip, always track the ball with your paddle face. If your paddle tip is pointing at where you just hit, you're in position to defend what's coming next. This next one happens so often, it's practically universal. After serving, your momentum naturally pulls you forward into the court. That's a problem, because you legally have to let the return bounce before hitting it. If you're too far forward, that bounce happens at your feet and you're jammed. The quick fix, after every serve, take a small step back and prep for the return. Give yourself room to move. And this goes for your partner too. Just because they're not serving doesn't mean they should creep forward. Both players need to reset their position after the serve so they're ready to receive a deep return. We've all been there. You see your teammate pop the ball up a little too high, and you mentally check out because you assume the point is lost. But giving up kills your rhythm and your learning curve. Instead, develop 2 habits that can save the point. First, watch the opponent's paddle. If they're about to attack, lower your paddle. When their paddle goes high, yours goes low. That keeps you in a defensive posture and gives you a chance to react. Second, train yourself to take 1 or 2 quick steps back if you see an attack coming. That extra space can buy you just enough time to respond. The motion is simple. Push off your lead foot into a controlled split step. It's fast, it's effective, and it gives you a chance to reset even in tough situations. Now you know how to fix the 9 worst habits that are sneaking into your pickleball game. Focus on replacing these habits one by one, and you'll be amazed how quickly your consistency and confidence grow. And hey, if this helped, be sure to subscribe for more real pickleball tips that actually make you better. See you on the court!